Good evening. I'm Epstein with your Spider ETF stock market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening of Tuesday, the 18th of June, 2024. Now remember, tomorrow, Juneteenth, that means no stock market trading tomorrow. So I will not put out one of these updates tomorrow night for you. I'll probably do my futures, but not this, purely because it doesn't make sense to do it when the market wasn't open. I'll accomplish that all tonight, so we can work from there. And do remember what I just said. Futures are open in a number of markets. Volume might be a little subdued, but there'll be plenty of trade. They do close early, then they reopen at their normal time, and they go right into it, right into Thursday trade. I sent out notice of all this to our subscribers and to my clients. So they've got that, my trading clients, my subscribers, everybody's got notice of it. I hope your broker did the same for you. I want to remind everybody today, I called up my IT and I said, when is this sale over? And they said, well, it's June 18th. I said, but I've been telling people I don't know what time. They looked into it and they made it at midnight. So it does go off. I'm not extending it. Goes off midnight Central Time. If you'd like to get 50 off our intro price, it's give you an example. You know what a price of coffee, a latte is at Starbucks? Well, for $3.98, you're getting 30 days of my videos. That's 22 days of videos. Spiders, $4.48, and the combo, the two together, $8.45 if you want it. And in the member login, after you sign up, you get your user ID password. You can adjust your subscription, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. 50 off. IRAPstein.com, remove your cursor to the top. Bye-bye Father's Day sale. Okay. So in the market today, you saw that Nvidia took over leadership of the U.S. markets. It's now the most valuable, the highest cap company in America at this time, as the stock gained another 460. Powerful move, if you ask me, very strong. It's interesting because I'm now starting to get articles about why it's overvalued, and the valuation is more in line with $85 a share than this. But you're getting your first people, and they always cover themselves, rightly so, and they go, that's a valuation. But the momentum trade is to the upside until the momentum comes out of the market, and they're completely correct in making that statement. Do I know if their valuations are right? Well, they explain it. It's a long article, a good one in my opinion, and just gives you an idea. The other thing we have to remember is this is really about 7 or 8 stocks that have carried the market because of weighting to these values. The rest of the market, yeah, it's some higher, some lower, but you're doing just fine. Boeing today, if you saw, what was it, David Calhoun, the chairman, I was watching it. I turned it on to our local Senate station, one of those public stations, and I watched it live. And he just took a beating, which he should have. They've done a terrible job. And then, you know, they beat him up about what his pay is. And then they went in, well, you're paying your employees 10% more a year. Did you get a 10% raise? No, you got 45%. And how much are you making? And what kind of job you doing? He's only making $35 million a year, so, you know. Need I tell you, the beating up, all right? But if you make that kind of money, you expect it. It goes with the job. And he'll be out shortly anyways. Nobody seems to want that job, by the way. It's rough. QQQ, all the markets a bit higher today, nothing dramatic. You're still getting a run, if you will, to falling yields, because we saw today that they came out with advanced retail sales, and they're weaker than the market thought by most headline measures. If you dig into it and you remove gasoline, which was down 2.2%, and you were to take that out, it changes the reading quite a bit, but you leave it in because that is what we're all paying. Microsoft down today, so don't think it's all about everything moving up in one way. It is not. I'm still concerned that AMC can't get itself out without the meme boys there doing GameStop and the like. I don't know where that would be. I like the BA's falling. I'm still thinking the 160s could be an interesting number. So when we look here, and again, if you don't know what SCHD is, it's all about dividends. And that is how you take a look at what this is. And while Schwab found it, it has nothing to do with the value of Charles Schwab and Company. They made that SCHD, which I think is confusing anyways. But as you can see what the market's been doing, it's fallen back, and it's been testing this area for quite a while. The market's in a downtrend. You've got lower spike highs. You see them, lower lows. The battleground should be from the 18-day average to the 100-day in green right here. You found support, as I teach you in these videos, at the Bollinger Band. The first challenge of it, especially when you're not embedded, bye-bye. That's where I think the pros came out. And if they're reselling, this is the zone. I'm giving it to you, but you don't want prices really over 78.27. If it got over that, I'd probably tell my clients walk away from it. The bear play is over. In SMCI, as I said yesterday, you finally got up to the upper Bollinger Band. You're overbought. This was the play that when we were covering it, we were hoping to see, and we got it finally. In Tesla, so sideways action is the first thing. Look at your Bollinger Bands. Second, you've got the 18-day average and the 100 coming right together. So this is going to be an interesting play right here. Can the market get up and run and break out of this again? You'd have a 208 possibility. Or does it fail right here to come back down? We'll find out shortly. Would I teach clients to buy a Bollinger Band? No. Why? You only stay over them or under them 5% of the time. But when you go sideways like this, in order to break out of that, you're going to get over or get under and stay there a little bit, as all this sideways action pents up like a spring, and eventually it bursts out of that action. In Rivian, if the market gets now, I think, under the 1065 area, big problem in it. Could be then saying, hey, it wants to come back down and challenge the 10 area. That would give you lower highs, lower lows, so Thursday will be important. In FCX, this is Freeport McMoran. Are you going to embed? Now, let me explain embedding. Embedding occurs when the slow stochastic has readings that are, at least 3 of them, both under the 20 level when it's bearish. You got one here, the day before you had it, and the day before, not the day before. So you've got your 3. If and when the red line closes over 21, then prices might go back to wherever the 18-day average is. Until that happens, over 21, rallies continue to get sold in the market. Coming out, if you get over the 21, is how I think the pros will play it. When you look at the home builders, if the market can get over the 104.89 level, you open the door up to get back to the upper Bollinger Band. If you get underneath, I know this sounds pretty nuts, 102.80, you get all bearish again. The chart's lined itself up for which way it wants to do this, giving you the 2 parameters, so traders will have a field day with that. Linn fell down now to the lower Bollinger Band again, and it's oversold. I think pros are coming out. But as you can see, if you don't have a backlog of homes, you're getting punished even if your numbers were good. In XLF, this is one of these trades. When we talk about it, where you come back up, you challenge that 18-day average. Got to 41.27. If prices get over 41.32, you break this downtrend pattern. Where did the market hold? Right through here, the 100-day average to the lower Bollinger Band. So again, that first challenge of a major moving average, when it coincides with the Bollinger Band, up or on the downside, pay attention to those. A lot of people don't. They go, nah, it's going to keep going. Nothing grows to the sky but Nvidia, apparently. XLI, no trend is the first thing I see. Higher high, lower low, momentum up, but keeps stalling at the 18-day average. We'll see if it can do anything from there. XLE, so again, the first challenge held, the 200-day average and the Bollinger Band. Isn't that where I say, without it being embedded, which it's not, that's where the pros come out. But I think they're waiting with 2 hands to see if they want to sell it at 90.27 to 90.74, which are the 18 and the 100-day average of closes. In the gold market, it's got to prove that it can get over and stay over the 18-day average. Then you can get friendly again. So you're right where the number has to stop. It's amazing how often you go to that 18-day average and you stall there. Put it on your charts and you'll see what I'm saying. SLV, oversold in a downtrend, too oversold to even bother about. In the copper market, you made your run towards, and I said this yesterday, got close enough for me at that Bollinger Band to get a bounce. Now, bullish I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. Lose the embedded reading where the red line closes over 21, then I think you got something to play with to get back to the 18-day average of closes. But you're not there yet. Bears are still in control. TLT, you have a market that's overbought, trying to embed, or is it embedded? Both numbers were over 80. This is the flip-flop of what we just looked like. Both numbers over 80, so it had to be this way the day before, and it wasn't. So when we come back on Thursday, what the market does sets up if it embeds or not, which is very, very important. In the dollar index, you're overbought into Bollinger Bands. That's where the market keeps running into the, if you will, the hard time. And on FXE, you're dropping down, as you can see, right into here and getting your bounces from there. So that's what you've got. Remember, you can move your cursor up here if you want to go in and take advantage of the Father's Day sale, but I know it ends today. They told me that. I'm Ira. I will catch up for the Spider people on this on Thursday night. You have a great Juneteenth. Take care.